Calabasas, California, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. Here is Jake, the problem child.
It's a record-breaking moment for Mike Tyson, as he is set to break the record of former rival Roy Jones Jr. for having the longest-spanning heavyweight career from 1985 to 2024.
Mike Tyson.
And he's set to hit that feat with a big win over Jake Paul.
Hey, it's a dogfight. It's a Snoop dogfight, baby.
The heavyweight exhibition fight between Iron Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is underway, as the pair are set for another press conference 4 days from now. After overcoming every obstacle that would have stopped it from becoming a reality, the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is finally here. The fight that was heavily anticipated in the boxing world right from the moment of its announcement on March 7th has now been concluded. And before the press conference, Iron Mike Tyson has promised Jake Paul a brutal beating on fight night.
Do you have a prediction for your upcoming fight with Jake Paul?
Yeah, big time win.
Big time win.
For those who still have doubts regarding the possibility of the fight, Iron Mike Tyson has resumed his training sessions and all symptoms of his ulcer attack have disappeared. Tyson had given his fans a hint of what to expect when he returned to his old ways of uploading his training videos.
Hey, United Kingdom, this is Mike Tyson, and we're excited to announce the Tyson 2.0 medical cannabis product.
However, here's something outrageous that the fans aren't aware of, and it's the fact that a group of professional boxers are protesting against the fight, despite Tyson's insistence on his well-being. Mike Tyson recently spoke about his health improvement in an interview and assured his fans that he had been cleared.
Mike, you got any big plans for the fall?
Yeah, of course, you know I'm going to be in Texas in the fall.
Although we had to postpone the fight, I will resume training shortly. I am thankful to the medical staff that treated me, and to MVP, Netflix, and AT&T Stadium for working diligently to find the best rescheduled date for all parties, said Tyson, who recently experienced an ulcer flare-up and was forced to pause training on doctor's orders.
Asshole.
Oh, that's right. You don't even say his name,
You don't need
Mike.
to say his name, man.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
While we have a new date, the result will be the same no matter when we fight. Jake Paul is getting knocked out. However, this group of fighters see nothing good out of the fight for the boxing legend, but brain damage and a few $1 million.
I mean,
Says what you think, okay.
That's just already in the pack.
Mind games already,
You know what I mean?
Mike.
Jake Paul has also not been helping matters with his recent knockout wins and statements promising Mike Tyson a merciless night when they meet in the ring. After eating Mike Perry as an appetizer, I'm ready to go for the main course on Friday. Nov 15, Paul told Netflix.
Is this fight different than the other fight?
I have to move up to heavyweight.
To be fighting the biggest, baddest boxer ever is a dream come true for me, and it is going to be a nightmare for Mike Tyson. It's cool to be featured at Fanatics Fest alongside some of the biggest names in sports, and I look forward to delivering a show the fans won't soon forget on Friday, Nov 15.
No.
Why not?
I don't.
Speaking on the MMA Hour, Terrence Crawford, who has a strong argument as the best fighter in the world right now, was asked if he wanted to see the fight. He said no. No, I don't.
I think Mike Tyson is, an icon in boxing.
I think Mike Tyson is an icon in boxing. He's done a lot for boxing in his own right. And I just think Mike is past his prime. Mike is old. I wouldn't want to see Mike go in the ring and get hurt in a fight where he is just doing it for the money or entertainment. I just think him having his health problems is another added reason why I don't want to see him in the ring anymore.
He's done a lot for boxing in his own right.
Despite both men confirming it's going ahead and everything being booked, former two-time welterweight champion Sean Porter doesn't believe Paul and Tyson will ever step through the ropes together.
If he fights the right fights and takes the right path.
The paranoid Oscar De La Hoya was one of the very first to talk about this in an interview, and from his response it was glaring that he wasn't buying the rescheduled fight claims, as it was again confirmed as they prepare for their press conference this weekend.
To that world title, he can actually get there. I'm not sure.
In an interview with TMZ Sports, the Golden Boy warned Iron Mike to be careful. I'm gonna pray for Mike Tyson, because I love Mike Tyson, De La Hoya said. I think Jake Paul, look, he's a real fighter. He really is. It's a dangerous fight. Mike Tyson, be careful, please.
Expense? Do I like it? No, because I love Mike Tyson.
He's a cruiserweight, Jake Paul.
Well, there's little surprise regarding Oscar De La Hoya's worries, having also appeared on the screen about a month ago to express his concerns about the matchup. Look, I'm a purist. Have I been involved in these kinds of fights? No! Look! This is what I feel. Jake Paul, you say you want to be the world champion? You say you want to take the sport seriously? Then take it serious, De La Hoya said in an interview when asked about Tyson versus Jake Paul's bout.
This is what I feel. Jake Paul, you say you want to be a world champion.
He sounded disappointed at Jake Paul for considering taking on Mike Tyson in the first place, claiming he was acting against his words of taking the sport seriously. What is this? This is not a popularity contest. I'm actually praising Jake Paul here for taking this seriously because I really truly feel if he fights the right fights and takes the right path to that world title, he can actually get there.
What is this? This is not a popularity contest. I'm actually praising Jake Paul here to take this serious.
He then tipped Paul to go as far as he wants, but only if he fights the right fights. I'm not sure because it's up to him if he can win it, but he can get there. But he's not going to get there through Mike Tyson. He's going to make a shitload of money. He's going to gain more popularity at Mike Tyson's expense. Do I like it? No, because I love Mike Tyson.
Because I really truly feel if he fights the right fights.
He further expressed his dislike for the fight and his belief as to who's a right opponent for Jake Paul. He claimed Mike Tyson is not a right fight for Jake Paul. He hasn't earned it. We have to keep it into perspective. This is entertainment, I guess. This is a fight that is going to do great business all over the world. More power to them. But last time I heard Jake Paul was very serious about the sport. All I'm saying is make your money, but take the sport seriously.
He can actually get there. I'm not sure because it's up to him if he can win it.
Despite his love for Mike, he felt Mike was too old for the fight and only hoped he came out of it safe. It's going to be dangerous for Tyson, but it won't be dangerous for Tyson because Tyson's been up in the ring with monsters. He has a chin and I'm sure he can go 6 rounds, 7 rounds, 8 rounds, but I'm just concerned about Tyson's legacy. I've never seen a 57-year-old fighter in the ring against a strong bull like Jake Paul. I think it'll be sad for Tyson. I'm not sure how or which way it affects boxing because a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching. I grew up with Tyson. Hopefully he stays safe up there.
Through Mike Tyson, he's not gonna, he's gonna make a shitload of money.
Also, one of Jake Paul's most intense rivals during his feud with mixed martial artists has been Michael Bisping, the former middleweight world champion who has little time for his behavior and fight buildups. The Brit believed that there was no possible winning for Paul in this fight, with the best case scenario being he knocks out an aged legend decades past their best.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is set to go down July 20th.
If Jake Paul loses, listen, it's Mike Tyson, but still come on. Bisping joked during an episode of his Believe You Me podcast. Like Dennis, Bisping sees nothing special in the bout for Jake Paul, but as a foe, he surely would wish Tyson a big win to send Jake Paul out of boxing once and for all.
I could not believe it when I saw this tweet from Jake Paul. This is insane. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time, the most vicious knockout artist ever.
He's 58 years old, but stop it. If you lose, never show your face again. Then if Jake Paul knocks out a 58-year-old man that's called elderly abuse, you can't win here, other than a lot of money. It's only 2 minutes per round, but if you've never boxed or fought, you underestimate how long 2 minutes is. Mike Tyson, yeah, he's 58, and the rounds are only 2 minutes long. I think he's still gonna get tired after 3 rounds.
Is a ferocious boxer. Here he is with the legendary coach from mixed martial arts.
That said, Jake Paul leaves tremendously massive openings, and he's never fought anyone like Mike Tyson. He went the distance with Nate Diaz. He beat Nate Diaz, and I'm not getting at him because he's great. A cult icon.
Okay, one of the greatest heavyweights ever. That's a fact. He was ferocious. He was a knockout artist. You know all the details, okay? I don't know why Mike Tyson is doing this. I don't think he needs the money, but he probably wants to get back in there because old habits die hard because he is a real fighter.
Paul agreed to fight Perry in a cruiserweight bout after Tyson suffered an ulcer flare-up May 26th, prompting the fight with Tyson to be rescheduled. It was originally supposed to take place Saturday. I love to take risks and do big events, Paul said Friday when asked about jeopardizing the Tyson bout by fighting Perry. Mike Tyson called and was concerned about this fight jeopardizing the biggest fight of my career. That's what puts the pressure on me, and I love that. I'm not slowing down for anybody. Mike Perry is not going to be the one to stop me. I'm on a path to a world championship. I'm not slowing down for anybody. And really, Paul's abilities can't be undermined as well. His power is evident, and he has his sights set on a world champion, but he must first pass the Mike Tyson test. Regardless, Mike Tyson has sent a chilling warning to Jake Paul ahead of their November fight after the YouTube star defeated Mike Perry with a 6th-round knockout. Tyson and Paul were initially supposed to fight this week, but the boxing match was postponed until November after Iron Mike suffered a medical scare in May. The 57-year-old is committed to fighting Paul, though, and reminded his much younger opponent of how soon their fight was coming up in a menacing post to X. 118 days minus 16 weeks and 6 days, 17 weekends, 2,832 hours, 169,920 minutes, 10,195,200 seconds, he wrote on X. The clock starts now. Hashtag Tyson Paul, hashtag the clock is ticking, hashtag Jake's Wake. Tyson also posted a video of himself silently watching Paul on TV before the latter went on to defeat former UFC star Perry. The 32-year-old bare-knuckle fighting champion was no pushover and even tested the YouTube sensation's chin at times in a grueling contest. However, after dropping him in the first and second round, Paul floored Perry to the point of no return with a blistering combination in the 6th. Paul was quick to pay tribute to his brave opponent on the night. He's tough as nails, he said about Perry. I'm sorry it took so long, I just hit too hard, but he took a lot of damage. That's a W, baby, I'm so excited. At 58 years old, many are worried for the former undisputed heavyweight champion. Reunited, and it feels so good. On August 18th at 2 p.m., EST, Jake Paul, and Mike Tyson will face off at the inaugural Fanatics Fest NYC, an immersive sports festival for sports fans, pop culture fiends, and collectors.
Scripted for Jake Paul to win.
Well, just come to the fight and you'll see.
The pair will participate in a press conference hosted by renowned journalist and Super Bowl champion Ryan Clark, streaming live on Most Valuable Promotions and Netflix's YouTube. For those who need a fight refresher, the much-anticipated heavyweight fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has been rescheduled for Friday, Nov. 15, 2024, and will stream live on Netflix from the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Listen, I started Jake off and I'm gonna finish him.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson marks Jake Paul's most anticipated fight to date and his 3rd fight of 2024, following 3 sensational knockouts in a row against professional boxers and Golden Glove winners Andre August and Ryan Borland, and most recently BKFC champion Mike Perry on July 20th. Paul has shown tremendous growth as a boxer on his path to becoming a world champion, but now will take on one of the best and most dangerous boxers of all time in Mike Tyson. The much-anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson had been scheduled to go ahead on July 20th, but the new date will now be much later in the year. It came after Iron Mike suffered a flare-up of an ulcer mid-flight last week that left him dizzy and nauseous and requiring medical treatment. While it was insisted that he had made a full recovery, further checks from medical professionals have insisted that a fight in July is too early to enter the ring for the 57-year-old. Most Valuable Promotions said the fight will be rescheduled for a later date. Tyson had trouble on an American Airlines flight with an ulcer on Sunday.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless.
In the aftermath of the news dropping, Paul took to social media to address the decision and was very understanding and conscious of Tyson's health coming first and foremost. Paul called the news devastating due to all of the undercard fights being delayed as well. Then he reiterated the message Tyson sent to him. This may have bought you some time, but in the end, you will still be knocked out.
It's like gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event.
Paul was surprisingly classy with his response to the situation, as was Tyson for the most part. The two seemed to have mutual respect for each other, but Tyson still really wants to fight him. Jake Paul wasn't hesitant to make a video where he didn't just share his thoughts and apologies regarding the postponement, but also leaked Iron Mike Tyson's message to him, which were evidently the first words the former undisputed world heavyweight champion was making regarding the sad news.
It's like, gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. This is opportunity.
On his Instagram story, Jake Paul posted a video where he said, "Obviously devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. This opportunity has been ripped from all of us." Though he initially sounded disappointed, he ensured he wasn't underestimating Iron Mike Tyson's well-being. He continued, "But I do value Mike's health. First and foremost, love that guy. I have so much respect for him, and I want Mike to be healthy." He then revealed Iron Mike Tyson's boastful claims before eventually leaking the exact message, and he says he still is going to knock me out, and I bought myself some time. So Mike is still talking stuff over there. But Mike, if you want to do this, like you've said behind closed doors, behind the scenes, you've said you want to do this.
I do value Mike's health first and foremost. Love that guy. I have so much respect for him.
The problem child then concluded, "Thank you for just needing a little bit of time. I'm ready whenever you are. This is too big of an opportunity, and I think this fight is going to change the world. And I turn all my L's into W's. That's a mantra I live by. The universe makes no mistake, so let's see what's in store. We're sorry this didn't work out to everyone. The fans love you guys." When the pair met in a press conference, it was a far cry from Tyson's press conferences in his prime, and he hardly seemed to be taking it too seriously, cracking jokes rather than insults. Tyson and Paul smiled as they faced off for the first time, with Tyson throwing a few playful jabs at Paul.
These fighters have been trying to do is end the YouTuber, and if Mike can do that, then he's a hero.
Clearly, they both know they're about to make each other a lot of money. It was a no-brainer. A jovial Tyson, dressed in all black, said, "He's the new up-and-coming guy on the scene. I like shaking the sports world to its core, and I'm doing that now. It's just something I want to do." Tyson dismissed critics who are skeptical of his age and just how capable he still can be inside the ring. When Tyson was asked to respond to detractors who've been critical in his quest to fight the 27-year-old Paul, he clapped back with composure. "I'm beautiful. That's all I can say," said Tyson.
Frankly, you are too old to be fighting a guy who's 28.
Well, I'm beautiful. That's all I can say.
The people who said that I am too old to fight wish that they were up here. No one else can do this. Who else can do this? Who else can shut the sporting world down? No one else can do it. You got the both of us, so we're gonna do this. We're friends. There's no doubt we're friends. But in the ring, we're not going to be friends. That's just what it is. Iron Mike further commented on how training for his comeback has been going. "I'm doing great, but my body is hell right now. I'm really sore. I wish I was playing possum," said Tyson. "We're gonna see, if Paul can take my power," Tyson added.
Right now, I'm sore. Yeah, I'm really sore.
I think you're playing possum.
No, I wish.
But Tyson delivered one stern warning Paul's way. Once the punches start flying, will he revert back to his old self? No, I'm not trying to put an end to Paul. I really like Jake a lot, but once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life is depending on it, because it will be. Mike Tyson's words, even while they sounded jovial, still carried the same tone of brutality and viciousness they carried some decades ago during his prime.
Paul.
No, I really like Jake a lot, but once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
Shockingly, even always confident Paul admitted to vulnerability and fear on Monday at the Apollo Theater in New York. "I know it's going to be tough fighting against Tyson," said Paul. "I know I am going to have to fight through adversity. I know I might even go to the canvas. I'm scared, don't get me wrong, but it's not about the fear of stopping me. It's about going into it even though I am scared, and that's what true bravery is."
It's not about the fear stopping me. It's about going into it even though I am scared, and that's what true bravery is.
But Paul also countered his claim, saying, "I know I will be able to take Tyson's power," he said. "I'm a natural-born heavyweight. This is what I was born to do. I'm going to show Mike who has more power, because he's underestimating me. Everyone else is underestimating me. I believe I hit harder. It's going to be a firefight and a sprint in there and more entertaining for the fans. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.